War. War never changes. Since the dawn of mankind, when the first fires are harnessed for the warmth, shelter, and its protection from the darkness unknown, fear has been our constant companion, driving us to unite, to conquer, to thrive, burning fierce embers into our very DNA. This common fear led us to forge tribes, together exploring the lands, combining knowledge, until inevitably using that fear of the unknown against each other, leading to early villages and crop fields to burn, the first of many ass-filled scars in our history. From tribes we forged chiefdoms, principalities, kingdoms, empires. The fires of our ambition blazed fiercely and nothing could stop us. Yet, over time, empires would fall to empires, and eventually to the very people they governed. The voices of the many would call for liberty and democracy, creating republics and federations, uniting under the promises of prosperity. They would spread these ideals to each corner of the planet. But war never changes. The leaders of these nations would propagate their own ideals of utopia, exploiting the burning fear within our hearts to amass more power, employing resources, knowledge, and manpower beyond any monarch's dreams. They would develop new means of warmth, shelter, and protection from the darkness unknown. Yet, even in the light of the highlighted progress, fear amid encroaching darkness would linger. As these new developments led to more aggressive yet short conflicts, we would find our world ending, completely engulfed in the burning flames of our technological might. And in the aftermath, as the dust settled and the smoke cleared, the land became a battleground once more. Those who survived now struggled for control of what remained, staking their claim in the ashes of the old and the hopes of the new. Now, in the scattered remnants of our once proud civilization, a new chapter begins. Here in America's heartland, where the old flames are extinguished, new fires burn bright with dreams and promises of redemption. It's a land of opportunity and constant peril, where the echoes of the past mistakes serve as a reminder for any shared future. For war never changes.
Welcome, Scavengers of the Waste, to Fallout, Oklahoma. My name's Jake, and I'm excited to show everyone my take of what Oklahoma would look like in the Fallout franchise. I've been a huge fan of Fallout for a long time, and I've put timeless hours into New Vegas and Fallout 4, and I've recently been getting into the tabletop game they've been putting out. I hope to explore and explain the build-up pre-war to how the bombs affected Oklahoma and what would take place in the main story. I'm going to go into factions, ideologies, locations, quests, people, wildlife, even the forces of nature. This is a fan project that I hope to have fun on. I'm not a game developer or an artist. I'm just a guy with a head full of stories that I wish to tell in video format. As this is a fan project, not everything will be a one-to-one with the other games, but I will be taking a lot of influences from them. So a lot of what I'll be talking about or explaining will be as if it's from a game perspective or a first-person perspective. So I'll be hoping to make like a central plot line with a story and possible like routes a player would take in this world and how they would be interacting with the many aspects of it. But with the main story, I wish to explore the side quests, players, NPCs, and even the DLC locations that this world could have. Another way I'm conveying a game-esque design is my map. Fallout, Oklahoma will be mostly focused around Tulsa and its surrounding area. Using Google Maps, I've lined out roughly 100 miles by 120 miles box that will be consisting of the main locations and the storylines. Also using the map, I've placed out like other DLC locations in the like territory of like larger factions that I hope to build upon later on. In the main story, I've thought of like 4 factions like vying for control of the greater Tulsa area in the hopes of rebuilding or conquering it. So we have the Confederation of Tulsa, a mostly ghoul-led group of settlements focused on old world governance and rebuilding. They are centered around the main city of Tulsa. Then we have the 66th Guard, a militaristic civilian group dedicated to protecting trade and the highways that are traversed. They don't really have a centralized spot of governance, but the closest thing would be the Guard headquarters in Joplin. Their main focus there would be the training and arming of new guards that come from various allied settlements. Then we have the Kingdom of Muskogee, a group of settlements united under the influence of an old world Renaissance reenactment camp turned monarchy. They're focused around the castle of Muskogee outside the city of Muskogee. And then we have the tribes of Sequoia. Although not united at the start, depending on how a possible player interacts with them, one of the 4 main tribes can take control and influence over the others. Then outside the story in the city of Tulsa, there are some more powerful entities that are also looking towards Oklahoma as their next possible route of expansion. Like the Midwestern Brotherhood of Steel to the north, a splinter group from the Western Brotherhood that basically act as honorable raiders. Caesar's Red Okies to the west, one of the Legion's outlying conquered tribes that have been radicalized to conquer more land in the name of their Kaiser, although many tribal elements still remain in their ranks. Then we have the Texas Republic to the south, an unexplored great power in the waste, focused around the idea of land reclamation and resource reclamation for the new Texas state, with the help of their Texas Rangers. Then we have the Broken Enclave, a secret remnant group from the old government protecting an experimental facility south of Tulsa. And then even the likes of Vault Tech could still be poking around in the waste, who know? Um, Although there'll be different raider bands, I've thought of 4 that could be the main raider groups that a possible player could run into, like the Death Raiders of Fayette, who could be like the main antagonist against the 66 Guard for the fighting and control of the highways. Then we have the Dust Bowl Wanderers, a group of raiders that specialize in dust storm travel and smoke bomb fights. The Grovemen, a possible cannibalistic tribe to the northeast, vying for control with the other tribes. And then we have the Texana tribe, a group of tribals led from a raider band from the Texas, focused on the southern part of the map. And then outside of the raiders and such, I plan to plan out other groups of scavengers and settlers and smaller factions, fleshing out the photography of the hostile ghouls and machines and wildlife that would be found in the wastes of Oklahoma. And that's my main idea of Fallout Oklahoma. I hope in future videos I make to also convey the story that I've been building in my head since I first played Fallout. I'm planning on keeping myself motivated by doing 2 videos per week, and I hope to build upon and even expand this world as I go along. So please comment any ideas or thoughts below, like the video to help me keep motivated, and subscribe to keep the next one. Oh my god, subscribe to see the next one. I'm very excited to see where this goes. Thanks again, and bye, scavengers.